Good morning, Jamly. How is everybody today? Hopefully everybody's doing good. Today, we are making breakfast. I make breakfast every day, but we're live streaming making breakfast. I already got the bacon done. So, the beautiful bacon is finished. So this is ready to go. So, set that right on top of here so it stays warm. And then I'm gonna set this pan inside the oven for now while it finishes cooling down. Because I gotta get the little burner plate out. Because we're gonna make some eggs. Now, tell me in the comments, guys, what type of eggs are your favorite? Do you like sunny side up? Do you like over easy? Do you like scrambled? There's a little one over here. Or do you like things like omelets? Like, honestly, we could do omelets this morning and I would be a happy camper. Because we have the stuff to make omelets. The only thing we don't have to put in the omelets is any kind of meat. We would just have egg and cheese. Sarah's not up yet, so she'll be, when she gets up, there'll be breakfast for her. Which, like I said, she's usually up by 10 o'clock, within about 10:15. I'm drinking G Fuel this morning instead of coffee. I've been drinking coffee every single morning, and so I was like, I just want something a little bit different. I just finished talking to Jay. He's doing good. He was actually just getting back to work, so talked to him on his lunch break. This is so good. I'm drinking Bahama Mama, if you guys are wondering which one I'm actually having. I have 3 different G Fuels. I have Bahama Mama, Sour Cherry, and Golden Apple Pear. Golden Apple Pear is super good. But yeah, let me know, you guys, what your favorite style of egg is. That thing's hot. Come here, thing. I always forget that that's warm. I'm sitting up there while I'm using it. Okay. We're gonna make eggs. And I know Sarah loves over easy eggs. She loves eggs where she can kind of like dip her toast in it. Cool part is we can make toast in the countertop convection oven because it toasts. So we're actually going to be able to have toast with our breakfast. I actually have a phone call to make here in a little bit. I'm going to call a friend's dad. She told me to call him because he has some 5-gallon propane tanks. And to call him and go get one from him. Denali, what are you doing, baby? Don't eat stuff. So, question for everybody. I've got a good question. Y'all need to help me out here. I have never, ever had a dog that ate things they weren't supposed to. Like, I don't mean like eating foods or whatnot. Rocks. Danny keeps eating rocks. We caught her yesterday with a rock. I tried to get it from her. She swallowed it. So she swallowed a rock. I caught her again right after that with another rock that she was gnawing on. I was able to get that one from her, which was bigger than the first one. Hi, Kelly. And then she ate another rock yesterday. So she's eaten, since yesterday she ate 2 rocks. And I don't know why she's eating the rocks. She's fed. She's very well fed. She's a healthy girl. Angel, hi, how are you? So I don't know what would get her to be eating rocks. So if you guys have any input or any idea, that would be great. Everybody's closed still. So once everybody opens up, I can give them a call. The vet office doesn't even open until 10. So when they open, I'm going to give them a call and I'm going to ask because, yeah, I don't know. Like, I do know that that's super dangerous. Denali, no ma'am. Dog, come here. Come here. Come here. Let it go. Drop it. No. 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 She was eating a rock. Come here. Come on. Get in here. You guys, we live in the desert. There's nothing but rocks here. How do I keep this booty butt over here from eating all the rocks? Stop eating rocks. Oh, and remember how dirty she was? They call it Pika, and in puppies, it's usually attention-seeking behavior. Yeah, thing is, she's always got my attention. always. She's literally all, like, as you can tell right now, she's always with me. She's huge, you guys. Literally. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. Look at this little turkey. This little turkey. Hi. What you doing? What you doing, crazy? She's huge. Look at that head on her. Look at that head on you. Okay, off the counter. It can be cured, especially because she's in. Yeah, please, like, oh my God. I'm going to call the vet and find out, is there anything that we can do? Because I don't know what would be the cure. But I do know it's super, super dangerous. And eating rocks can lead to bowel blockages. It can lead to like weighted stomach, which means that her food will get stuck and not processed. I know that there's all kinds of problems with her eating stuff like that. Now a basket muzzle may help until she stops. Yeah, that way she can still drink water and stuff, but not keep picking up rocks. That might be that might be what I need to do. Which I know I can go pick one up. Yosef, how are you today, Yosef? It's basically a lot of redirection. Yeah, and that's the thing is I've been trying to keep her, like when I see her start grabbing at the ground or picking things, I call her back in. She's always right here, right where I can see her. Like I can see her all the time. If I'm not out with her, I'm right here sitting with them. So yeah, and then as long as she's like distracted with the other dogs, Yosef, she's you know, preoccupied. But when the other dogs go and lay down, that's when I've noticed she starts picking up rocks. And I'm like, what the heck? So Danny, Denali, hey, Danny, hey, come here. Thank you. Okay, she's got Godric's attention now, so maybe she'll play with Godric for a little while and we can chit chat, guys, because holy cow. Oh my God, here he goes again. Yosef, you need to keep your money, sweetheart. You really do. It's really kind of you and stuff, I know, and whatnot. So, ooh, Winnie Bear's gonna get her. Lynx, but because she's so young still, using a muzzle when you cannot give her your full attention. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, what I'll probably do is, like I said, I was able to get a couple things yesterday, which was great, because you can order it, which normally is not available in our area, but apparently it's available in our area right now. I hope it stays that way. You can order things online for pickup, and then you pull up and they actually put it in your car for you without having to do any kind of like you going in the store or whatever, which is awesome because it allowed me to sanitize and Lysol things before I took it out of the box. Like I sprayed the boxes down and then took the boxes to the dumpster after removing the product. So awesome. So I got two things yesterday that I needed here. Maybe your pet store has, yeah, I'm pretty sure, because we only have PetSmart here. That's the only pet store we have here. So I know PetSmart has them. And I can actually order it online and go pick it up and they'll bring it out to the car. Because they're doing what they call like like there's no contact, whatever. Yeah, best for her sake. And that's the thing, it's probably, that's my fear, my biggest fear is I really don't want anything bad to happen to her. Like she's my baby. Like literally I get up at 6 a.m. with her every day so that she can get out and take her walks. Yeah, until she's trained out of it. Absolutely. They're keeping her busy right now. Hi, Mom Light. Hi. Hi, Shuki. Hi, you little, hi, mister. Hi, old man. Oh boy. You guys, I'm surrounded. No, I'm just kidding. Danny, careful, babe. Oh my, the whole RV is rocking right now. They're all losing their noodles right now. Well, if Sarah wasn't awake yet, she is now. Danny, come on guys, outside with it. Let's go outside with it. It's too closed in here for that. Go ahead, go outside, baby. Oh, good Lord. Good. Whoop. Okay. Oh, they get so worked up. It's super funny. And she's bigger than Godric at this point. We did a weigh-in with her yesterday, and she's 31 pounds. So she gained another pound. Guys, outside with it. Go on. Come on. Let's go outside with it. Come on. Tonks, come on. You guys, come on. Let's go outside with it. Woo! Hold on, guys. Let me grab something. work. Winnie Bear, you can stay right there, sweetheart. You don't have to. Big girl is kind of crazy, so we'll let the bigger dogs stay out there for a bit. I said I can see everything from right here, so he's doing great. It's more she needs more stimulation for her brain rather than what. These are best tired. Oh, I know, right? Danny though, she's a diehard. This girl. Here's the fun part. Here's the fun part about her. One, she is treat driven. So with her training and stuff, she's super great about that. Like I can recall her with a treat like nobody's business. I can get her to sit, I can get her to lay down, I can get her to stay, come when called. But when she's like distracted like this, when they're playing, getting her attention is like good luck. But when we go out and we go for our walks and whatnot, Danny, I've been doing where I take and I have her I'll have her sit and stay, and then I'll take the treat and I'll hide it somewhere. And then I tell her, find it. And then she goes and looks for it. She's got a good sniffer on her. So I try to keep her brain actively doing stuff throughout the day. Like I said, she's an early riser. We get up at 6 a.m. every day. Right now, I've been taking her for my morning run. Today, we actually did a pretty good run. And then we made it just over 4 miles. Oh my gosh, these flies are everywhere. And it's only because we're right here, right by the water. That's what I get for wanting to be right by the water. They're not actual like flies. They're like these sand moths or whatnot. And they're everywhere. They're doing great, Kelly. They're doing really good. Tonks is, he's just looking at me like, yeah, as soon as you see her with a rock. Yeah, and that's the thing is we try to as much as possible redirect her. Hold on a second. Annie. No. Oh, yeah, you want to talk to me? You want to talk to me about it? Here. You want a toy? There you go. Let's play with that. Play with that. Oh, I gotta come out here and clean up. You guys watch. Oh. I know. She's talking to me. I'm gonna give them their other little squeaker. You guys want your squeakers? She loves the squeaky toys. So we'll give her the squeakers. Yeah, I try to keep her as busy as possible. She has so many toys. Holy crap. So what I ended up doing yesterday, yeah, I know, right? The thing was, is she didn't start doing it until a couple days ago. Like about 2 or 3 days ago is when I started seeing her picking up rocks and gnawing on them. So because one, I was concerned about her teeth. And you don't want them chewing rock. It's not good for their teeth. So I would catch her and take it away from her. And then yesterday I caught her again with rocks. And so the first one, like I said, I went out there because I saw she had it. And she swallowed it. And I was like, oh my God, no. I didn't freak out like that at her because, of course. Yeah, that's what I was told too. And I know that like, my biggest concern is that one, she'll need a massive surgery if she keeps doing that. I'm going to hope, I've been watching her. I got to go pick up some, they just went potty. I've been watching her to see if she passes them because the one was pretty good size. So hold on a second, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to go grab their mess real quick. Thank you, though. Thank you for sharing. It's very nice of you to share your toys. It's very nice of you. I like that you share. That's so nice. Hope I need the other one. There's a lot more. Whoop. Tonks had a good one. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta get this one picked up. Watch out. I'm gonna put right up inside here. I got all of it. There we go. Good job, guys. Hi, Winnie Bear. Hi, baby. Yeah, I know. You don't like going out there when she's crazy. And that's A-okay. You don't have to. Whew. What? Yeah, best friend, lol. Wow, that's really funny when you read it without the word dog in it. Oh, I took that away because I meant my best friend's dog had a thing for used products. Oh, not my best friend. Oh my God. Yeah, I would have laughed too. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely need a dog in that statement. I'm sorry, that really is funny. Okay, so let's make some eggs, you guys. So what are your guys' favorite ways to do eggs? Like I said, I want to know other people's ways of eating stuff because I think it's super interesting. We're gonna make some eggs. Allie, if you didn't see earlier, I did make bacon. And he has oh yeah, see, like Clintus, I don't know if you've ever seen Clintus on Whatnot. Said items from his, yeah, Over Easy. Yeah, see, that's Sarah's favorite, Over Easy. Yeah, Clintus's dog has had 4 operations. The vet's already told him she will not make another operation. So he is extremely vigilant with her this time around. I guess one of the times she had rocks in her belly, like a bunch of rocks. And she had to have surgery. The next time around, she'd eaten a sock. Okay, baby ate a full-on sock. Because when they removed it, it was a whole sock. It wasn't like it was chewed and shredded. It was a whole freaking sock. The next time around, it was one of those rope toys, like the little rope toys. Like, these guys love the rope toys. But I really watch them with those because as soon as I start seeing them like yanking it apart, I take it. They don't get it anymore. Yeah, they have locked waste baskets now. And then the last time around, she swallowed one of those like little ping pong ball type things. That's for like the little gun shooter things. That was the one where they told him she won't be able to make it through another surgery. Yeah. Or the women of the house. Yeah, Pica can be so devastating. Yeah, and so each one of those surgeries run them over $3,000. Hey, Caitlin, how are you? So yeah, that was my fear. I was like, I cannot. One, we wouldn't be able to afford that. Like they have insurance, which is great. However, insurance won't cover the full cost of something like that. It'll cover a portion of it, but it won't cover the full cost of something like that. And I would be devastated if she ended up needing surgery because she was eating stuff she shouldn't be eating, especially in like things that you don't have control over, like rocks. I mean, rocks, they're part of where we live. These little moths are everywhere. Who had it with baby pacifiers? Oh gosh, 30? How did it manage to get 30 pacifiers? And it's, oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, that makes me curious actually. Eggs. I hate that these are in these styrofoam containers, but here's the thing. Tell you guys a neat trick. Yeah, grown dog doing it. That's true. That is so true. At least she started doing it as a puppy, which means she can be retrained to not do that. But yeah, I think what I'll do is, like you said, I will go get one of the muzzle things for her. I know what you mean. The graded one, so that she can still drink water and whatnot, but can't pick up rocks. And he took me off all my medication, which sucks until next month because he told me how I wanted. Yeah, a lot of those meds will interfere with that. So, okay, so I hate styrofoam containers. 1, the noise they make makes me cringe. 2, they're really bad for the environment. So, seeing as these were the only eggs available, we got 2 of these. So, yeah, they're really annoying sounding. But I talked to a friend of mine. She has chickens. And she told me, hold on to these two styrofoam ones. And she said, if I hold on to them and do not throw them away, she will give me eggs to fill these up. So she said, as soon as you empty one, bring it to me. And she'll fill it up with eggs for us. So that's awesome. She said, this way I'm doing something good for the environment by not throwing it away, because these things are horrible for the environment. I don't know why any company is even using, this is Kroger brand. Why are they using styrofoam? I mean, I thought we were all leaning away from that junk. Use the cardboard ones. The cardboard ones, one, can be used for all kinds of cool stuff. if you don't want to keep it, I like whatnot. But you can also add 1 part white vinegar and 2 parts apple cider vinegar and spray the rocks down. I'm gonna try that because I have vinegar. The only problem is apple cider vinegar she likes. So maybe just the regular white vinegar. I'll try that because I have a big bottle of white vinegar. She likes the apple cider vinegar, and the only reason why I know that is because she decided to eat our face mask stuff the other day. I made a face mask stuff, and you use apple cider vinegar and Indian clay, and she ate the Indian clay, which smells very potently of apple cider vinegar. Danny, careful, baby, careful, careful, baby doll. Oof, I thought she was gonna cut her little nose. She stuck her face right up underneath the... Okay, on the RV, you have the 2 steps down out of the RV, and then you have the step that swings out. She stuck her face in between that. Well, in between that, there's that sharp edge. She stuck her face right in there, and she pulled back really fast because it's really sharp. So I don't want her to cut her face. She's such a goop, guys. Danny, where's the chicken? Oh, good Lord. These two. Oh, she got the pig. She got the... Look at the size of her, you guys. She's 16 weeks old. She's huge. Oh, my God. When I say she's a bit of a klutz, she's a bit of a klutz. She's a big dog. 16 weeks old. She's barely 4 months old, and she's already catching up to Tonks. There's my Tonky boy. Isn't he a happy boy? Who's a happy boy? Yeah. Oh. She's going to get that toy. Her and Godric get rough with each other. Oh my gosh, like super rough with each other. You guys, I could watch them. I could and I do watch them all day do this. She is such a diehard. And she loves when he plays tug of war with her. 2 whole orange peels, another other kind of citrus, and then spray that on the rocks with the vinegar. No dog likes bitter citrus. The only dog I can tell you that will enjoy a bottle of like that bitter stuff that you're supposed to spray was Tonks. He ate the whole bottle. But I have not tried that. I do have lemon, like straight lemon in here. I wonder if I should try that with the vinegar and spray it out there. See what happens. That's a good idea. DIY cayenne pepper spray. Oh yeah, I can. I have a ton of cayenne pepper. Oh my God, these little moths are everywhere and they're driving me nuts. But we can't shut the door. It'll be too hot in here. We don't know what we're gonna do right now because I really don't want to have people keep coming out here. But our air conditioning fan stopped spinning. We don't know why. You can hear the motor going freaking crazy trying to get the fan to catch. But for some reason the AC the fan will not kick over. We've sprayed it up trying to find out because it was really tight. All of a sudden it was like super tight and we couldn't figure out why it had gotten like stuck tight. Well, we got it all sprayed with WD-40 and now it freely moves. Like you can move it with your hand and it'll move. It's not stuck anymore. But for some reason, the motor's still not catching it. And you hear the motor going, you know, whoom, 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 trying to catch it. But the fan just won't go. And every now and again, you'll see it go, but it won't catch and continue spinning. We can probably get an AC guy out here anytime. But I also, like, you know what I mean? Like with the whole COVID thing, I really am trying to limit anybody that's coming out here. Tim is someone who we've been in contact through this whole thing. So we see each other practically on a daily basis. So yeah, I get the whole social distancing. When he is here, we try to not touch each other, whatnot, because of the fact that, you know, he is here working on the RV, because those are things we have to do. Add a half cup of fresh cayenne pepper to a quart of boiled water, and steep until cool. Okay, then add 1 or 2 teaspoonfuls of ground cayenne to mixture and shake. Spray. Okay, I actually have that stuff. So I don't have fresh cayenne peppers, but I do have crushed. I've crushed and I have I also have, what do you call it? The finely ground up, like powdered cayenne pepper. So that might, I don't know. Well, I'll look into it because I know that I have lots of vinegar and because I have a gallon of white vinegar. And I have straight lemon juice, and I have cayenne pepper. But I have ground cayenne pepper. Yeah, that would work. So I'll give that a go because I really, really want to deter her from eating the rocks. So what I'll do is like test a little bit of the vinegar and the lemon because I don't want it to be something she decides she wants to eat. So I'll do like a test bit to see if she chews on something with it. You have it all. Yeah. So I do a lot of cooking. So I have literally, you guys, I have an entire cabinet filled with seasonings and stuff like that. So I have all that stuff. Man, that bacon smells so good. Oh, I hate that sound, you guys. I hate that sound. Man, these are huge. What the heck? That's a huge egg. These are just large. The other eggs that I had were like itty bitty and they said they were larges. Maybe that's why my cookies didn't come out right. What the heck? That mountain and okay. Jim, my knees. These are massive. I didn't think these were that big. Okay, well, I got big old eggs. I'm wondering if I should just wait till Sarah wakes up because I don't want to eat without her. So I'm going to actually set this bacon in here so it can just stay warm. Can I? Thanks. Let's just set that in there for now. We'll eat breakfast once Sarah's up and going because I don't want to cook her eggs now and then them go cold. And I definitely don't want to cook mine yet and make them go cold because I want to eat breakfast with her. Oh my God, I can't with that sound. Ugh, that's painful to the ears. So we'll just wait and we'll just enjoy this. Danny's acting absolutely insane. Let me grab the chair. Oh yeah, and we put a rod in the curtain for the bathroom. We put a rod down in the bottom of it to weigh the curtain down because every time we get even the slightest gust of wind, the whole curtain goes flying open. And if you're on the toilet, the good part is where we're parked and the way the toilet's positioned, nobody can see you in the bathroom, even if they came right up to the door. But still, you still want privacy. So, and we have that, it's a heavy blackout curtain. However, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't want it to be like everybody seeing what you're doing. You don't want everybody seeing your business. Yeah, Sarah so is Taylor. Very sound sleepers. They both have always been very sound. The funny part is when Sarah was a baby, I used to have people that would come and visit or whatnot, and they would be like, oh, she's sleeping, I'll be quiet. And I'm like, don't be quiet. You don't need to be quiet while she's sleeping because, I want them to get used to noise. By the way, that's my dishes drying right here. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys what I did yesterday. Hold on. Let's move that back. Hold on. I baked cookies. Altogether, I made 5 dozen. This here is 3 dozen in here. But I baked cookies. So these are butterscotch, from scratch butterscotch cookies. Yeah, so now we have cookies, lots of cookies. The other 2 dozen, I went ahead and split them up and gave them to a couple of the people right here in the RV park that we are friends with, so to speak. We're not, like, I don't know if we would consider it friends because, like, I don't know if we'll ever see them after they leave here. That's, like, seriously, the batch, I didn't think it was going to be that many cookies. And at first, what I was going to do with the dough after I made the cookie dough and I made the batter, I was like, oh my God, that is so much cookie batter. And I was like, why don't I just do like how Missy does it on her videos where she just kind of rolls them into little cookie balls and then she just sticks them inside of a bowl and then puts them in the refrigerator. And I thought to myself, but I don't really have the space. to store a big batch of cookie dough. So how would I even manage that? There'd be no way to manage that. And so I was like, I'm going to have to cook these. So before I started cooking them, I went outside and talked with my neighbors right here. And I was like, does anybody want cookies? And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, does anybody want cookies? Because I just made the biggest batch of cookie dough. And it wasn't intentional. It wasn't supposed to be this big of a batch. And they were like, yeah, I'll take cookies. And I was like, cool. So I made it and split it into four 6-packs, I guess you could say, and gave it to them. They were all super happy with it. And I still have 3 dozen in here. So, well, there's not 3 dozen anymore. Sarah had some yesterday. I had some. And then we had 2 cookies each after dinner last night. Last night's dinner was super good. I made barbecue chicken and a Mexican styled rice. Don't ask. I know it's not like the best combination. However, the Mexican style rice doesn't taste like Spanish rice. So there's a big difference. Mexican rice is just really, really flavorful. It has a lot of different flavors introduced into it, like with bell peppers and stuff like that. And it's super, super good. And it was really good with barbecue chicken. But so I made barbecue chicken and Mexican styled rice, and it was delicious. Okay, I've got to figure out what that sound is. It's driving me absolutely nuts. Are you sleepy, Danny? Hold on. Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy, baby? Oh my God, why are you so heavy? Oh my God, are you such a sleepy girl? You almost ready for nappy naps? Yeah, come here. Here, I'll open it for you. There you go. Go ahead. Go on. Take a nap. Good girl. Man, I'm telling you, she's like clockwork. You guys ready to come in for a little bit? She is literally, I think I'm finally figuring out her little schedule. Yeah, ton of cookies. 10 o'clock on the nose every time within that window. She's got like a 10-minute window and she is ready to take a nap. She is, but I'm the one that implemented the 10 o'clock, lay her down, because she's up at 6 and she is go, go, go for 4 straight hours. She is just die hard. And then she starts to, like, if you guys watch yesterday's video, you'll see it was like right at about 9:56 or so, she was starting to doze off. Yeah, and so I have been really strict with putting her in her kennel at 10 o'clock, like right around 10 o'clock. Within a 10-minute window of 10 o'clock, she gets put in her kennel to take a nap. Recently, this is just the past couple of days, she's gone from only taking like a 45-minute nap to sleeping almost an entire hour and a half. So she stretched her sleep time, which is hallelujah. I don't think it's going to last long. I think it's just because she is going through a growth spurt. She's gone from last week, so at 15 weeks old, she weighed 25 and a half, almost 26 pounds. And here we are a week later, she's 16 weeks old, and she is now 31 pounds. So she has grown quite a bit by a few pounds in just a couple, like just in a week's time. So she is on a massive curve. The vet had already said she's definitely going to be well over 90 pounds when she's done growing. She is going to be a big dog. So she's doing really good. But I talked to Jay today and about the Taylor situation and things that are going on with Taylor. And so we're going to kind of just, that went everywhere. We're going to wait and see what they're going to do and whether or not they're going to have him leave base within the next couple of weeks or month, or if they're going to make him stay put until the COVID thing is kind of died down. I don't know yet. So right now we're just going to wait on word of when he will be departing the base. Because, Godric, excuse you, you know better. He's chewing the flooring. Excuse you, you know better than that. Leave that alone. He looked at me like, what? Oh my gosh. We got a breeze coming in. No, I really wanted a day with no wind. I want to go fishing today. That's a hard one right now. Allie, we have been really struggling with like trying to figure this out because there is no space in the RV. Like anybody who's anybody, like, okay, let's, like I said yesterday in yesterday's video, this RV in particular is meant to sleep 4 people. That's if you're vacationing. You know what I mean? Like if you're just doing like a weekend road trip, sleeping 4 people in here, no big deal. You got 2 people up top, you got a person on the dining set, and then you would have a person on the couch. We don't have, well, we removed the dining set, but we kept the bed area, which the dining set would collapse into a bed. We took the couch completely out. So if you're doing a weekend trip, if this was still in its original layout, a weekend trip, great. You can sleep 4 people in here, no problem. However, we did a conversion in here. We took the couch completely out, gave the dogs that entire floor space. We kept the bed for the twin bed over here. Yeah, and without the animals, exactly. And so we kept Sarah's twin bed. I took the full bed completely out and we reconfigured that spot up there to only hold a twin so that I could have end spaces and end table areas for me to have my computer set up so I can have my workspace, right? So, if you guys have been watching for a while, you would see that, you know, I have an entire workspace up there. So there is nowhere for him to sleep in here. And so he was like, well, Mom, I can just throw a sleeping bag down on the floor where the dogs are. No, because where would the dogs sleep? If you took their space, where would they sleep? That's not fair to them and to take their space. This is their home and this is how we're living. So I went up to the office. We have a 6-person tent, okay? I have a 6-person sleeper tent. Now, if I set that tent up out here and we attach the doggy gate to it, like we had it set up before, we had our dining table and everything out there. So we had like a whole dining space set up. I had like the little table out there. I had some other things, some extra chairs, stuff like that to kind of have like a little meeting area for us to all chill out. They're fine with that. You can have that. There's nobody, like you can't even rent right now. Yeah, definitely going to be a house in the future. Yeah, that's the thing is, as of right now, the biggest thing is nobody's renting, right? Apartment complexes, they have available units right now. Nobody's renting right now. They're not letting any new tenants into the apartment complex. That's just because that's our area. We have a small community. Well, you want are you hot, maybe? We'll get that going early today. Let me feel you. Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're just warm because I turned that off earlier. Oh yeah, no, I know that. And so I went down there to ask them, and like she said, the tent is fine with it set up for the dining set, right? To have the dining room and everything in it. Because you can do that with those like outdoor like gazebo things. Okay. Hold on guys, 1 second. Go ahead. Okay. Sorry, Sarah was going past and she's not dressed for camera. She's in her comfy night clothes. But here, let me move that for you. But anyway, so they're like, no, your tent is fine for your kitchen, like your dining setup, which is what a lot of people out here do. They have their RV parked, and then they have like, especially the older RVs that don't have awnings, they have one of those like gazebo things with the zip like netting all the way around them. So they're like a closed in gazebo type thing, which is fine. Ours is one of the bigger tents that, you know, has the top piece on it and whatnot, and then you can set like, we can stand up fully in it. You stand up in there and it's got like whatnot. Yeah, and that's what we're hoping, but as of right now, because our city just went into a stay home order, so there is a stay home order in effect now as of yesterday. So we are not allowed, like they're not opening up rentals, any of that, because they don't want new people moving into the complexes. Most of the complexes around here, all your entryways are through like a locked entry. So you go into like hallways, and that would mean coming into a place that's already considered closed off to everybody. So only the people that are living there come in and out. Not allowed to, supposed to not be going out unless absolutely necessary. So trying to let new people move in would be like introducing contamination, so to speak. Yeah, exactly. Like everything's virtual. So as of right now, they're not accepting any new tenant applications at the apartment complexes. Now, like the hotels that have like the studios, or I guess you could say like the kitchenette hotels, those ones are still taking applications and letting people come in for extended stays. Yeah, you guys are definitely one of the epicenters. Yeah, that's crazy. I know that like New York is really bad, like really bad. What is going on with these frigging bugs today? I think it's because there's no huge wind right now. But yeah, that will get better soon in your area, probably a couple weeks. I'm hoping so, because here's the thing. In my area, it took them forever anyway to implement the whole stay-at-home thing. People were out on the boats, out on the river. People were meeting in massive groups. Everybody was still showing up at big events and birthday parties on the river and at the gazebos and everything. Like, this is even this past week. People were in massive groups. What is wrong with people? So finally, now all docks and river access for any boating, sea doing, whatever is closed off. You cannot get on the river unless you're like fishing like us here at the park, because we have river access. Literally, river's right here, like right outside the front of my RV. We can still, as long as we're at the park, we can go fishing. Yeah, the number of people per capita in New York, yeah, it's crazy. They're like, whoa, yeah, it's horrible. But yeah, out here, it just nobody took it seriously enough out here until we ended up with 3 cases of it out here now. I think, what number are we up to, Sarah? 5? I think it's like what, 3 in Bullhead itself, and then there's 1 in Lake Havasu and 1 in Kingman, which is our small area. So once people started realizing we had cases here, one of the people that's here isn't even from here. They flew in and were here for some kind of event or whatever with family. And they got here and they're sick, and more than likely got their family sick. So yay on you guys for traveling to family in the middle of a pandemic and bringing it. Yeah, your guys' state was the first stay-at-home order. Yeah. But it's just, it's one of those things where I talked with Jay, and he said, well, I mean, as of right now, if they do decide to put Taylor out of the base in the next week or 2, he's really going to have nowhere to go. So we're going to have to figure out something for him to stay. And more than likely, it will be here in the RV. There's several things he's going to have in his favor. Yeah, there's no traveling right now. So I have a feeling he's not going anywhere for a while. Yeah, that's why you're staying in Cali. I have a feeling right now they're not going to send him anywhere. There is a order on base right now. Nobody goes in and nobody goes out. So I think while that order is in place, he's not going anywhere. And I think that's going to be for a while. So I have a feeling he's going to be staying put right where he's at for a while. No, he can't. Jay lives in a little 1-bedroom place thing, and he's on his cousin's property. So
he's not gonna let go.
Oh no. He would wring Taylor's neck. Let's be real. Taylor is a hard person to live with, and I'm gonna be absolutely straight out on that. I'm not gonna give any reasons why. I'm just gonna say Taylor's a very, very hard individual to live with. He will be really great in his own apartment, in his own place, without roommates. He is not cut out for roommate life at all. Love my son. Please don't get me wrong on that. I absolutely love my kid. but he is not an easy person to live with. And Jay going through cancer treatment right now, and Jay's living in a small little room that has a kitchenette in it. He's on his cousin's property, kind of living in like a casita. I guess that's what you would call it, right? A casita, which is like it's like a studio apartment with a bathroom, an area that's like a living room / bedroom with a kitchenette. So there's like a little refrigerator. So he's got like a mini fridge and then a countertop stove and a microwave. He's with the guys. Hopefully it all works out. Yeah, and that's the thing is I'm wondering if they're going to still out process him, through the military out processing program, and steps, and then move him over to billeting. If they move him to billeting, then he's going to be in his own little kitchenette styled hotel room, which I have a feeling that's what they're going to do. They're not going to keep him active duty and keep paying him active duty pay when they're separating him. So what I'm thinking they're going to do is they're going to finish his separation, but because there's a no on or off base allowed, they're going to move him over to billeting and out of the dorms, right? They're going to move him out of the training dorms. So if that's the case, then he's going to be fine. He has other paperwork while he's there. That'll be really good because then he can just process that paperwork while he's there and hopefully have all of that done before this whole thing lifts, and he'll have that source of income coming through when he's done. Because there's 2 things he's allowed to apply for once he's separated, which was good information. I didn't know some information. We talked again yesterday. So there's some other information, Allie, and I'll talk to you later about it, but that he has coming his way. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. I'm not sure I understand because you're not supposed to. So that part's good. So if that's what I'm thinking they're going to do, if there's a no travel order and they're not allowed to leave the base, I have a feeling that's what they're going to do. I'm crossing my fingers. Please, guys, cross your fingers too, that that's what they do. That he is going to just stay on base. They'll provide him with billeting, which means he'll have a small kitchenette room. Billeting is great, especially on the Army bases. Air Force bases are okay. They have some okay billeting, but billeting in the Army is way better. They have amazing hotel rooms on a lot of the Army bases. So he'll probably get lucky enough. And if that's the case too, he'll still have the chow hall to go eat at. As long as he's still on base. So the chow hall will still be open to him. Yeah, Caitlin, I hear you there. There's a lot of people that are trying to get into, there's a lot of people that want to go into the service that can't. So, but yeah, so there's quite a few things that we learned about Taylor's medical that we weren't aware of previously. During all this, there's some things he's learned about himself medically that we were not aware of. And then, of course, there's some other issues that happened that caused him to be separated. But we're not going to go into discussion on those, other than he's separating from the military, and that's all that really matters anyway. Yeah, and I don't know if they're being laxed in the sense, like, I know that with the Army, all the bases are in lockdown. You cannot come on or off the base. Air Force, I know that, like, Luke Air Force Base, you can't get on and off of it. Even for what do you call it, like veterans? JROTC in high school. Yeah, he did ROTC and then he joined the Army. For like Luke Air Force Base and also Nellis Air Force Base, which is right up here in Vegas, normally, which is where I would go for 2 of my doctors, are over here at Nellis. I can't even get on the base right now. So they're locked down. You can't come on or off. You are not allowed on the base. Their personnel that are needed on the base are being kept on the base. So they're being billeted and being held on the base, which sucks, because if you've got a house or family right in the area, you can't even go to your house or to your family. You're stuck on the base. So that's crazy. But yeah, so if you are essential personnel on the base, you got stuck on the base and being held there and housed there to keep you on the base, and you're not allowed to leave. So, I mean, that's good. I'm glad that they did it that way. But I also know that that makes it hard for, like, a lot of the families and stuff. So it's like, you have family right there. Like, even for us, like my kids' grandma, they're not biological grandparents, but they are grandparents nonetheless. We're not even going to see them. My aunt, who's in Lake Havasu, we're not even going to see her because of this whole thing. Like, it's just a safety precaution. Stay put, hunker down where you're at, and do the right thing. Just hold off, because it's better to visit with family over like the internet and over like a FaceTime call, because he has the highest rank as a aviator. He can go on and off base. Nice. Yeah, and that's just crazy to me. Like, some of them are keeping it to where the base is locked down completely. You cannot come on or off. And then other bases are like, okay, well, essential personnel can go home and come back. But I don't know. I think that the way they're doing it with the lockdown, nobody goes on, nobody goes off. This is the way it is. I think is really smart. Probably the smartest setup yet for anybody, because, I mean, it just makes sense to slow this thing down in its progression and to quit exposing people. Just stay the hell put and don't come in contact with anybody else. Because hello, I like watching Colleen, because she's been really strict about not leaving the house. I know that she's had where Corey, because Corey's job wise, he's essential, so he has to leave to go to do things. So he's their food runner, right? So he's the one that goes and gets groceries and shops before coming back. And then of course he changes in the garage, he gets all the clothes off, whatnot, sanitizes before coming in. He's a pilot. It's not like he's around anyone when he's flying. That's true. That is true. So props to him, but that's really cool. I mean, like I said, for him, that's awesome. For other personnel, it's kind of rough. But yeah, so like I said, cross your fingers that they hold on to him there for right now, because the only other option I can see is going and getting something that would allow us to put a platform over where the dogs are, kind of like we did with that table. Like, we bought that sturdy, hard table and we set that up right there, and we tried to put the bed thing on there. It didn't work out. It just wasn't supportive enough. But building something right there above the dogs, leaving that whole space still open, but putting something up above it, and then putting like a bed thing there, that might be like a way to kind of make it work if we have to. Like, if we absolutely have to and there is no other option, we could set something right there for nighttime, and maybe have a way to like put it away during the day, so that way the space stays open. But I don't know. I honestly, my hope is that they're gonna hold on to him right now, because him coming here would be wow, it would be really, really tight. Trying to figure out a way to make that work. Oh my gosh, these moth things. Yeah, I know, and that's what I told him, was to ask around, because if that comes down to it, ask around with some of your friends. Ask around, like, I know that he's got his friend Juan that's in Laughlin. I know that he's got like Neil, but Neil lives with his dad, so that would be hard, because they're only in a little 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom place, and I don't know if that would work out with them. I'm just trying, like, we've been knocking heads trying to figure it all out. Here's the problem. This is one of the biggest problems. Taylor's a really, really hard person to live with, and a lot of his friends already know that. They've had Taylor stay the night, have had Taylor stay with them when he first moved out of our house, back in the day when he wanted to be independent on his own. He had several roommates of people that he lived with, and every one of them very quickly tired of Taylor, and he's super, like I said, he's so hard to live with. Is he entry level separation? I don't know what you mean by that. You have to kind of clarify that, because I don't know what that means. But I know that every one of them so far has told him, the people that he's already stayed with have already told him absolutely not. I don't see them wanting to be in an extended stay situation in lockdown with him. And that's the problem. I know here, if he was here, like I told him, you know that if you come here, you're not going to be able to be video gaming. there's not really any reliable internet that's going to hold steady enough for you to video game. So that would be something you would have to be ready to say, okay, well, I guess I'm going to be extended staying with no videoing, no video gaming. I don't see Taylor handling that very well. Never mind, I'll ask privately. What separation level is he from? Oh, I don't know. Like, I know he just started, like, I'll just put it this way. I don't know if this answers anything. They started his paperwork yesterday. So they're just starting him. So they haven't even given him a separation date yet. So if that makes sense. So he doesn't even have a date of separation yet. He just has he was told that they're going to do a separation, and then he started his paperwork yesterday to do the separation. So I don't know if that answers your question. So I would say if you mean by how early in the process is he, then yes, he's very early. And entry level. Oh, no, he's doing an honorable. Yeah, they're doing an honorable with him. If that's what you meant. Yeah, he's not entry level, he's honorable. He's been in for 14 months. And so he's been in over a year. So he's made it past the 180 days, which would put him past entry level. So yeah, if that's what you meant. Okay. Not the date, but the type. I assume it's, I'm pretty sure, as far as I know, they said he's getting an honorable, because it's for medical, his is being for medical reasons, by the way. So his separation is due to he's having a medical separation, which will come out, like my paperwork for mine, which was a medical separation, was an honorable discharge, for mine. But then again, I also was in for 7 years. So I know that his is a medical separation with an honorable discharge. So that's what he's getting. So yeah, so I think that hopefully that clears it up. I don't know if that does, but that's what his paperwork is. So he was trying to ask me he was asking me, like, what does that mean, Mom? Does that mean will that mean that I'll actually be able to apply for benefits? Will that mean I'll still get my GI Bill? He's going to get his GI Bill even though, no matter what, because he got past 180 days. Your GI Bill is yours after 180 days of service. So even if he never, even if he hit just 180 days and then was out the very next day, he's going to get his GI Bill. I have got something stuck on the counter, so if you guys keep hearing me mess with this, that's why. Okay, so now usually if it is, I think under 2 years, they are considered entry level. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, as far as his paperwork stuff said when he got his letter, it states medical separation with honorable discharge. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll say entry level separation or what, but I do know that the paperwork stated on there that he is being set for medical separation with an honorable discharge. So I guess we'll wait and see when his DD 214 comes in or when he starts finishing the process. But yeah, he only just started yesterday. They just gave him his paperwork stuff to start kind of going from place to place on base, because he's got a long process. Like separation is not fast, depending on how quick they want you out, but it's not a fast process. I do know that. It takes medical appointments, especially because it is a medical separation. So he will be going to each of the different places. He'll do dental, vision, full, what do they call it? Like physical, everything. He's going to go through everything and get check mark every box off the list before they separate him. So yeah, so I know, because I had to go through that process when I got out, when I was being separated back 7 years ago, when I was 7 years in. Yeah, as long as it's not a under than honorable conditions, he's all good. Yeah, as long as he's not like less than honorable, or if it's like, yeah, we want him to be, those are the only ones who get zero benefits. Yeah, the dishonorable discharges or less than honorable discharge is bad news. But his will be under honorable conditions, because like I said, he didn't do anything wrong and whatnot. So he's leaving. Like I said, his separation, even though, like what we talked about yesterday, Allie, it's not playing a role in his separation. Had it been for, I guess you could say, had it not been for the stuff that they got in the other day for his testing, it would have been for that other reason, but it still would have been honorable because of he didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like he didn't do anything that broke any major rules or any of that kind of stuff. So he didn't have any Article 15s, none of that stuff. So so his separation is a medical separation. So I don't know what they're going to classify that under. I know for mine, it was a medical separation, but I was in 7 years. So my paperwork, like my DD-214 says honorable discharge. It doesn't state any of the medical stuff. Okay, so that's not the worst thing. True, that's true. So that's absolutely true. That's a big truck. Oh my God. That's a huge truck. That's a massive, like, dually truck. Maybe it just looks that big because he's got the biggest tires I've ever seen on a dually truck. Like, what? What is he hauling? Hold on. He parked something and then now he's pulling away. Hold on. Like a massive fifth wheel. Parked like a massive fifth wheel. It looks like he's taking the truck now out and going back around. People with other than honorable discharge that didn't do anything horrible, just less than honorable. Yeah. Which sucks too, because I mean, I look at it this way. If you didn't do anything that put you, like, you at risk or another military member at risk, but also didn't break any of, like, you know, any of the actual, like, military rules, and you didn't have any, like, Article 15s, then your discharge should be considered honorable. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Allie. So I was like, so I think that I know somebody that also got a less than honorable discharge. Yeah, it just didn't work out. Right. And so, like, that's exactly right. I know somebody when I was active duty that got out due to the inability to do the job properly. They wanted to reclass, but back when I was in, they weren't reclassing. So if you just didn't make it in your field, you just didn't make it in your field. This was after training. This was after being stationed. They just didn't make it past, like, doing your CDCs, which is like on the job training. And so they didn't make it past our CDCs and they got a less than honorable discharge. And I thought that was really, like, that's not cool. Like, they went through basic, they went through tech school. They just weren't quite making it in the OJT department. And so they didn't do anything that was bad. They just didn't quite work out in the job. And so that was, like, to me, I thought, oh, that's so unfair. They should have gotten an honorable. They did everything they could. They just didn't quite understand the work. But that is what it is, you know? Woo, that was a lot of powder on the end of that. Yeah, case by case, probably. It's probably what it is, too. So, my hair is having a fit. That's true. You know what? I didn't even consider that. That's probably true. Like, sometimes they look at outside circumstances that don't pertain to just the job, and that's true. So, it's so weird today, like yesterday, the sky was completely clear, like it is today. Completely clear. Then all of a sudden yesterday, out of nowhere, last night, right around 5:30, the entire sky went completely overcast. So hold on, I'm going to take you guys this way because Sarah's going to come out of the bathroom here in just a second. So, but, like, almost stepped on that. Completely clear. You like our Winnie Bear? You guys, though, look. We're right here by the water, which I love. I love this. There's the beautiful Colorado River. If anybody's ever wondered, that is our beautiful Colorado River running right in front of us. This was the space we wanted next because we would be right here up against, because the connection thing is right here behind this rock. But this would have been really pretty. We're overcast all day yesterday. Yeah, so today, this is literally, that's our clouds. Whoop, yep, that's our little bit. That's how it was yesterday. Like, we just barely had these little wispy bits. And then, like, all of a sudden, it was like complete overcast. And I was like, what happened? So, let's see here. Let's take a look around the park. You guys made a mess again. See, like, everything's empty. All the spaces, like, look at, everybody's gone. Everybody, look at this little guy. I love this little trailer right here. So, it's smaller than ours. Like, that thing is probably like a 17. Yeah, I think that one's the 17 foot is what he said. And ours is Barb is 23. So, but like, it's so empty. That guy that just pulled away, he just brought in, let's see if I can zoom in, that huge fifth wheel. That's just the front of it. You can't even see the rest of the side from where we're standing right here. But yeah. But yeah, this spot too was a really good spot. You got your hookups right there, and then you've got you would park right here, and then you have like this tree and stuff before the next space. This is probably there to ride on. Yeah. So a lot of these people are like, it's crazy. Like, oop, turn that around. There we go. It's crazy how like that there's not like a ton of people here anymore. Like, this place was packed when we first got here. But they're all like, everybody's gone. Like, all this week we've been watching people just pack up and leave. Like, our row is still nice and full right here. Like, we've got RVs all the way down, and then more RVs all the way down. So, there's Barbara. There's my girl. I love my RV. You're home? All right. Yeah, so we've got, like, these people next to us are, like, that thing is massive. Like, look at this Class A. Like, what? That's like luxury on wheels. I could never, I would never, but my neighbors here are driving an Itasca. So we both have Itascas. Of course, mine is an older version, so, as you know. But Barb is my baby. I love her. She's my baby. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna get white paint all over me. Because she definitely sheds the paint. Guys, look at that view. Like, this is what I get to wake up to every day. They blocked, oh no. Same, haven't left in 8 days except one Target run. Yeah, see, we went to the store, what? Week and a half ago? About a week and a half ago. And the rest of the time, like, the two things I went and did yesterday were, I didn't even leave my car. I literally stayed in my car. Yeah. So, get it, big boy. Get it. I'm gonna have to get the rake out here again and clean this up. What, baby? I told you, they're everywhere. Yeah, that sounds like, yeah. We have to pull out one of the packets. Oh, I gotta get the vacuum. What the heck? Not the vacuum. We don't need the vacuum out here. We need the broom out. Oh my God, the broom? First the vacuum, now the broom. No, we need the rake. I need to get the rake. I'm gonna get everything but the thing I need, right? Look at all of them. They're everywhere. Oh my God. Our next space, you guys, actually, we were gonna try to get the one right here, right? So we can be on the bike closer to the water. Did she finally wake up? Yeah. What time is it?
It is 10:42.
Oh, we only got a 45-minute nap, you guys. You guys, she went right back. Come on, baby doll. So, back to her 40-minute usual nap. Good girl. So, like I said, she's her.
I think she needs a little bit of a butt-licking shower. Maybe that'll make her tired.
Yeah, I know, right? She did really good, though, in there yesterday. But, yeah, I know. You guys, what Sarah's referring to is I took Danny down to the big showers down here. So we could use the hot water to give her a shower because ours is it was so cold that day. So I took her in there and I was like, I'm just going to shower while I'm in here. You know, I might as well shower since we're both already here. She kept licking my butt cheek, on my right butt cheek, which was super funny. I was like, Danny, stop it, while we're in the shower. And it's got a big stall. Like, they're not little stalls over there. They're huge. And she kept doing that, and I was cracking up because I kept thinking it was super funny that she kept licking on my butt cheek. She goes like, what is up with all these super chat and explained to the teller about you guys, and she was awesome. Oh, that's so cool. That's actually cool, but also stop it. Stop super chatting. Oh yeah, she's right back. Yes, remember I told you she's a diehard? She just woke up and she's already, yep, already on it. Get it, girl. Get it, guys. So, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and finish making breakfast now that this one's awake. Yeah, I started. Bacon's already ready. I was gonna make you over easy eggs and some toast. Sound good? Over easy eggs and some toast. He's all one more. Made it $5 altogether donation today, or not donation. I hate using that word. Super chat.
Stop it, Yusuf.
I know. She said, "Stop it, Yosef." Especially because I know that what you told me previously was that you were out of work. Keep your money, please. Keep your money. Can we take that back outside, ma'am? Go on, take it back outside. She fell down the stairs. She brought that toy in, the goofy chicken. I told her to take it back outside, so she took it back outside. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? She crazy.
She is so...
You had to show some love. I know, sweetheart, but definitely keep your money. I talked to Jay today, and I told him about my plan to do the donation to donate to charity with whatever we get through our AdSense. And he was like, "Why would you do that? You guys, you know, you're already, you know, tight when it comes to income. Why would you give that away?" I said, because first of all, it's not budgeted. It's not money I have budgeted into our budget. And it's the right thing to do. Like, honestly, it's the right thing to do. Giving back when you can, especially for money that you're not budgeting anywhere. Like, it's literally money that is not even counted because you don't know when you're going to get it. So we don't even consider that part of our income. So why would I not donate it and keep giving forward? So I had to explain to him why it was the right thing to do, which was taking the AdSense and donating AdSense when I hit the $100 bracket, taking it and dividing it 50-50 and giving that to 2 separate charities. I think it's just the right thing to do. Maybe other people won't agree, but I think it's the right thing to do. I would be okay if you did that with my... Yeah, it'll probably end up in that same category, but yeah, whatever I end up earning from YouTube through AdSense, it'll go straight to charity. So I know that the super chats go into a different category, and so that bracket goes and earns up. But but I do know AdSense money goes into its own category. So anything that goes from AdSense is going to go to charity, and we are this close right now, guys, to being over the $100 bracket again. So I'm going to guess before the end of April that we'll be setting up to set out 2 donations. The first 2 donations are to the CF Foundation and to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Those are the 2 foundations that we're going to give to first. And then from there, whatever donations get built up, we're going to do to Yosef. Stop it. He's all, one more. No. Whatever donations after that, we're gonna be doing through your guys' recommendations. Like, you guys will give us information about a charity that you guys are supportive of, and then we'll do our research into those charities and pick the 2 best charities to do the 50-50 when we hit the $100 bracket. So, oh my goodness, these flies are something else. Like I said, and also when you hit that $100 bracket, you may make more than, there may be more than 100 in there, but you just have to hit a $100 threshold. And whatever comes past that or whatever, we're going to just take whatever AdSense it is and we're going to divide it straight down the center, and it'll go to 2 charities. I know, right? We're so close, and it's so crazy. And I don't know if your super chats go into that. I think super chats are, like I said, a different bracket. So the AdSense bracket is something completely different. So that will calculate differently than your super chats. Super chats are a whole nother bracket of earning. So I love that we took the collar off of Winnie Bear because Danny really can't get a grip on her now. She tries, but there's no collar there, so she doesn't have a collar to grip, and then when she bites Winnie Bear gets on her. So I have to watch her though because she does get a little bit too rough sometimes. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna cook breakfast for Sarah real quick and myself. We're having a late brunch. It's gonna be brunch. So I'll get some toast made, some eggs made, and then we're gonna eat. But I know, right, Joseph? But right now, social distancing, buddy. Social distancing. So no meetups right now. You guys are amazing, and take it easy. And I'm gonna eat so we can take this little goofball back to the park and get her running around again because she's done gone crazy again. So we love you all. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Keep yourself distance from everybody else, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.